All right, so CLIK is a Chinese company that is basically getting some of the sympathy momentum from IXHL from yesterday. It has a very similar setup where it's a penny stock under 50 cents, um, and it had news, I guess. Yeah, some kind of headline that they released at 7 a.m. It caught on, and it has gone up about 300% today. I noticed that it has this large gap on the daily chart from down here. It's hard to see. Sorry, maybe 58 cents up to $2.69, and I wonder because IXHL had a similar setup, meaning a gap nearby. So this one had this open gap, open air, and a large body red candle or green candle will give you a gap either way. So this is kind of an open air gap, the more traditional gap, and then CLIK has a large body candle gap. That's what I saw, and that's I think what other traders look at and maybe contributed to the enthusiasm for this stock today to make it go up over 300%. I'm up. Actually, I'm up 3,000 on it, but I had a little snafu with the with an open short that I had placed that I didn't get out of in time when it executed, and really cut into my earnings today. But I've adjusted my DOS platform so that that hopefully doesn't happen again. And I'll show you that later. So I'm going to do the recap first, and then I'm going to show you how I set up my DOS platform after. So CLIK had news and popped up at 7 a.m. today. Made this great move, very clean pullback here. I was snoozing away. I was still sleeping, and also missed this when I was away from the computer. Still was strong enough to give me over $3,000 in profit today. I traded in and out with 20,000 up to 40,000 shares. I was feeling pretty confident on it, and so I got in here for this pullback. I liked how it was holding the 90 MA. It was pushing back up. It felt strong. It would go up 2 or 3 cents at a time. I mean, it was predictable. It was very easy to trade. Up in and out, in and out, and out. I was up about $500 at this point. I took this trade down here as it broke back over the 20 EMA, and this is where it all kind of went wrong. So what I did was I placed an order to sell on the ask. I had taken a position here of 20,000 shares, and I wanted max profit on it. I wanted the full 2.5 cents. And so I placed an order to sell the whole thing on the ask. It didn't trigger. It didn't execute the order because the price of the stock never went up that high. So since I saw that, and since I saw the stock was starting to struggle, I placed another order to sell on the bid. This one did fire because orders on the bid always execute immediately. It's kind of a panic out. So I panicked out in profit. Problem was, this sell order turned into a short sale order and didn't get canceled. I'll show you in the video later. It was a little bit hard to see. It kind of gets buried in the order window. But no excuses, but that's why I have it set up a little bit differently now. So this short sale, this sell order stayed on the orders until here when the stock shot up, and it executed as the stock was shooting up. So I'm in a short in a stock that's surging up. Not a great place to be. I was kind of a deer caught in the headlights there. I'd finally covered up here, but I had the guts to go ahead and take my long position because that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted a long position from all the way down here. So I got in a long position with double the shares. I got 40,000 shares from here to here and made all my money back and then some. But it sure would have been nice to not have had that happen. But I spent some time with the DOS people, and hopefully I've adjusted my program enough that it won't happen again. So I got back in over here. I was taking little scalps and then another scalp here. Also traded NVNI. It seemed like another penny that wanted to go, and over 50 cents felt like a strong play. Chopped around, lost about $200 on all of that. AMIX. AMIX a little bit different. This is actually a medical company with patent news, so this one probably should have gone, but isn't in that penny stock world. So maybe that's why it didn't catch on. I took a trade here with 1,000 shares. Over the $0.50 is what I wanted to see hold, but it fell right through. I was impatient on it. I should have waited to see if it would hold over, make a 1 minute pullback and then push up. So that was my day. That was CLIK and NVNI and AMIX. I'm up $1,577, and that's what I'm logging in here today. So another good green day and a pretty good week. So we're up $3,000 on the week. Not bad. Not a bad week at all. All right, so that was my day. That was my recap. And if you want to go ahead and see how I've changed my DOS program around to hopefully make that not happen again, I'll show you now. So the problem was before I didn't see, this is a video of earlier today. The problem was I didn't see that I had an open order down here. I'll show you how the trade happened. So this is me. I'm seeing green on the tape, and I feel like the volume is increasing, and I want to get in. Okay, I'm in. I'm in at 78 cents 07, and I'm up. Oh, I've got 10,000 shares I want to add, so I'm adding. I've got 20,000 shares. I'm up about $143. I like this trade, and I want to get out. I want to sell it, right? But I want to get max profit. So I put out a order to sell. I put out an order to sell on the ask, but the price didn't go up to the ask, so I panicked out. It all happened really fast. I'll show you again. So I'm in the position. One more time. I'm in the position. I'm going to try to sell on the ask. Watch. Execute sell. There. Execute to sell at $79.49. That's on the ask. The problem is that the price is never going to come up to that. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and sell on the bid. But this order is not going to go anywhere. Or sorry, this order is not going to go anywhere. There. So I've sold it. I'm out of the position. I've made my money. But the first sell order at $79.49 is still there. That's why it's under this open column. Now, if I had seen that, I might have said, oh, I have an order I need to cancel. Problem was this, it's dark green. It gets kind of mixed in with the rest of the orders, and my eye never caught that. So I never thought to press the cancel button. And this order sat there. Then at 7:54:15, at 7:54:15, okay, around 7:54:15, the stock started surging up. So remember, I have this sell order, open sell order from right up in here that never got canceled. It's still there. It's still open 3 minutes later. The stock surges up. I'm thinking about going long here. Instead, boom, I'm in a short position. So I'm holding a short position. You see negative 20,000 shares at $79.49, the exact price I wanted to sell earlier. The problem is I'm in a short position as the stock is surging up into this pretty nice looking 5-minute setup. I should have gotten out of it right away, obviously, but I was a little bit deer in the headlights, thinking, what should I do? Hoping it would reject this area and come back down and let me out break even. But instead, I kind of let it go a little bit too long. I lost about $1,000 on it. Thankfully, the stock was still really strong, and I got right back in. So I'm out of the short position. I lost about $1,000 on it, and I got right back in just above it with 40,000 shares, because I felt like it was still strong and it was still surging. A little risky, but it worked out pretty good. So lost 1,000 and made, I don't know, 1,500. But that's what happened. So the short position here finally fired here. So what I wanted to do was adjust things so that I could see when I have an open position. So that's what this window is. So now if I have an order, I'll just put in for 1 share. So there, okay. Now if I want to sell it on the ask, now I see it. Now I see it here. It's obvious. I didn't want to make it some kind of color. See, it just fired. So it's just white. Just neutral color. So anyway, buy it, try to sell on the ask, and it it shows me that there's an open order, and I can press escape and cancel the thing if I need to. Also, my hotkeys, sometimes I press the hotkeys too many times. So I'll go ahead and I'll try to sell on the bid, and I'll hit it too many times, you see, and then it puts me in a short position there. So it's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to sell shares you don't have. It's supposed to be a sell order, not a short. But it does it anyway. So what they told me to change in the hotkey script was this here, and we'll try it on sell bid full. So sell bid full, they told me to change this. Instead of sell send, they said to change it to sell cover. Commit, quit. Okay, so this should, and maybe not, I'm not sure. Let's get out of this position first. This should stop me from accidentally going into a short, but I don't know. We'll see. This is the first test. So I'm going to try to sell on the bid. I'm going to hit it really fast a bunch of times. Yeah, great. So instead of putting me in a short position, it says invalid shares. So that worked. So thank you to DAS customer service. Honestly, you guys have been great. Thank you for everything. Not that you'll ever see this video, but DAS is great. DAS has been supportive. I really like the order window that they have and all the customizing features and all this stuff. I also changed my order window. So instead of the order window, this is actually the trades window, which actually looks a lot better. So hopefully it'll never happen again. But you never know. At least if it happens again, it'll be, it'll definitely be my own fault and not something from the platform. So. All right, that's it for me, and thanks for watching, and I'll actually see you next week. Bye-bye.